Okay guys, so we're doing this video because we're in a public speaking class and we have our project on subconscious triggers. And so subconscious triggers play a huge role in everyone's lives, but people don't realize that. And so one great example of a subconscious trigger is found in Disneyland. As soon as you walk on to Main Street, you will smell the vanilla. It's everywhere, and it makes you want to buy cookies. And so they've done experiments on that, and it's proven that if you smell vanilla, it makes you more inclined to buy cookies. And so that's a great example of how subconsciously people will be skewed in what they do and what they buy.
Yeah, so as that study has already been proven, we chose to do our own type of study here on BYU campus to relate to you guys. So we are going to do 2 experiments. One is going to be this coming Monday about if they will do a blood drive. If we're going to do 2 tactics with that, a door in the face and foot in the door. Door in the face is when we just ask them one big question. Will you participate in the blood drive 12 to 5 on Tuesday and Friday, or Friday? That's happening on campus. And then the foot in the door is when we ask them a series of questions. And as we ask them a series of questions, as a yes multiple times, they're most likely to actually be committed and wanting to participate in what we want them to do. So we will ask them, do you want to save 3 lives? Do you have an hour of free time this week? Will you participate in the blood drive that's happening? So a pint of blood does save 3 lives, so that's why we will be primarily asking them if they want to save 3 lives, and obviously nobody's going to say no to that, so that's going to be their first yes. And then their second yes will hopefully be if they have an hour of free time this week, and then the third yes will hopefully be if they will participate in the blood drive that campus is holding on Tuesday and Friday. So that was our first experiment. Our second experiment, we will do
4 pages.
our color, subconscious color triggers.
I can explain it really quick. And so what we're planning on doing is getting the 3 primary colors and then seeing which color people are more attracted to, if it's blue, red, or yellow, and what plays the subconscious mind in their decision. And so we're interested to see what will happen. I think people will pick more blue because BYU, but I don't know, maybe not. But obviously the subconscious mind plays a huge role in our lives and everything we do, but we just don't realize it because it's obviously subconscious. So I'm really interested to see how this project goes and what information we draw. And so we're excited.
Yep.
It's Monday, 1 p.m. and we're here today on BYU campus, and we're going to be doing a social experiment about subconscious triggers. And what we're going to be doing is asking 2 questions and doing 2 types of ways with the foot in the door and the door in the face.
Yeah, so these 2 tactics, the first one, door in the face, we're going to ask 1 question. We're going to ask people, will you participate in the blood drive tomorrow? And see what their response is. And then the foot in the door is when we'll ask 3 separate questions and try to get them to say yes on each one. The first question will be, do you have time tomorrow? And the second question will be, would you like to save 3 lives? And the third question is, will you participate in the blood drive tomorrow? And that way we'll be able to compare to see if you're more willing to say yes to the final question if we ask you 3 before versus like saying 1 big yes at the beginning.
And we're excited to see what the results are, so we'll get started right now.
Would you be willing to participate in the blood drive tomorrow that's in the Wilk? It's from 1 to 5.
Would I be willing to? Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Will I? Probably not.
Okay, will you participate in the blood drive tomorrow from 1 to 5?
No.
No? Okay.
So there is actually a blood drive tomorrow here on campus at the Will, 12 to 5, and we're wondering if you would sign up to donate blood.
Class right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Tomorrow at the blood donation from 1 to 5.
The blood donation from 1 to 5 is just like in the Wilkes.
It's just in the Wilk.
Sure.
Yes?
Sweet. Are you writing your name down?
Sure.
Awesome.
Okay, so first question. Do you want to save 3 lives?
Sure.
Yes? you have an hour of free time in the next week,
Yeah.
would you be willing to donate blood?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, so the blood donation is actually going on in the Wilk this week, and so it's tomorrow and Friday. I'm excited.
Sounds good.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Would you like to save 3 lives? Yes. Yes. Do you have an hour free during the week? Yeah. Would you like to donate blood? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you want to save 3 lives?
Well, it depends on how.
Okay. Would you have an hour of time this week on either Tuesday or Friday?
Tuesday would probably be better.
Yeah. Okay. Would you donate blood between 1 and 5 on Tuesday in the Wilk?
Sure. Do they have appointments or anything?
Yeah,
that we can
yeah.
fill out?
Do you guys want to save 3 lives? Yes.
Sure, yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you have an hour of free time anytime this week?
Yep.
Yeah. So Tuesday and Friday, BYU is actually hosting a blood drive. Would you guys be willing to sign up and donate blood?
I would. I don't know.
I was gonna
realistically.
say,
I don't know.
I'm probably not able to, but I would support him.
Yes.
Would you be willing to sign up?
Yeah. What time is it at?
12 to 5.
12 to 5. I could do Friday around noon.
Friday, 12. Okay, perfect. So.
All right, 2 days ago we did our first subconscious trigger experiment, and we asked 10 people in 2 different sets a series of questions or one question about whether or not they would participate in the blood drive that was happening this week. And we got some really interesting results.
Yeah, the results were pretty interesting. So if you ask someone directly one question, specifically the blood drive, will you donate this coming week? A lot of people said yes, but it was really reluctant. They were like, yes. And I feel like maybe that's because we're on BYU, everyone's nice, and so they're willing to, but it was more like they were reluctant to. And then when we asked the 3 questions, do you want to save 3 lives? Do you have an hour this week? Will you donate? The yeses we got, because we did get more yeses, they were more committed to actually go and donate. They weren't reluctant about it. They said yes.
It was also interesting to see when we did ask people if they would donate and they said no because of health reasons or others. They were always really guilty about it, especially some of the girls. And I think our results might be slightly skewed because it's BYU and Mormon culture makes it harder for people to say no to service activities. But it was really interesting to see that in our results.
Campus around 10:30 on Wednesday, BYU campus, and we are doing our subconscious triggers experiment number 2.
Yeah, and so this experiment is pretty cool. So we have 3 pieces of paper here, all different colors, and there's one of them that has a star in the back. And so we're gonna ask random people to pick which one they think has a star, and if they get it right, they get a cookie. If they don't, they don't. And so we're trying to see if subconsciously one color sticks out from the rest. And so if they're maybe more attracted to one color, maybe it's blue because BYU, I don't know. We're gonna find out, and we're excited to see what the results are.
Okay, so here's the experiment. We have these 3 different colors, and one of them has a star underneath them. If you pick the one with the star, then you get a free cookie. If not, then sad.
Okay.
So
You can still get a free cookie.
It's all
Whatever, like, color you want.
Okay, I'm gonna pick the red.
Awesome.
It has a star.
You get a free cookie.
Okay.
Can you explain why you picked the red?
Well, I figured the yellow being in the middle was too obvious, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to the left.
Really quick, there's 3 pieces of paper. One of them has a star on the back. If you pick the one with the star, you get a cookie. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Go ahead and pick one. Blue. No star. I'm sorry.
Too
Fine.
bad.
I don't like Oreos anyway.
But can you explain why you picked blue really quick?
It's my favorite color.
Your favorite color? Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All you're gonna do is pick a piece of paper because one of them has a star on the back, and if you pick the one with the star, you get a free cookie. If you don't, you don't.
All right.
So go at it.
The star?
Yep.
Stars
whatever.
are usually yellow, so I'll just go with this one.
No star. All right, thank you so much. Now we're gonna switch the shape from a star to a circle. We're still gonna keep it on red, but we're just gonna switch the shape because a lot of people have been saying that when they hear star, they think subconsciously they think of yellow because we associate stars with yellow, I guess. And so we're just gonna see what happens if we switch it to a circle and see if if yellow will be chosen as much as it has been. But we'll see what happens. So we're just gonna erase this and just draw a light circle. Look at that circle. Okay. It's beautiful.
So, obviously, I think a lot of people are going to be drawn to a specific color. I think could be their favorite color. I see the primary colors here. Red, yellow. Primary colors are 1, 2, 3. Red, yellow. Yeah, the primary colors. And I think most people would either go with yellow or with red or blue. So I'm gonna go with yellow. See what happens.
Oh,
was
that's
red.
alright.
It
Yeah,
was
it
red?
was under red.
It was red.
Okay,
Yeah, go
sweet.
ahead.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Like,
it.
really simply, there's 3 pieces of paper. One of them has a circle drawn on the back. If you guess the right piece of paper with the circle, you get a free cookie. If not, no. Go for it. Blue. Go ahead and flip it.
So yeah, flip it over.
Nothing. Sorry. Why'd you pick
man.
blue?
I think it was just a calming color that was in the middle.
In the middle.
Interesting. Okay.
Thank you.
You
You're
can still have a
start.
cookie.
So we're switching it up a little bit. So we're kind of changing up the order. We're putting red on top. And we're doing this because a lot of people have actually been saying they picked the middle one. So that's kind of interesting that the order affects what they're thinking. And so if we do this, we're thinking that maybe the top might be more, I guess, not persuasive, but they just like the top better. We're just gonna find out what happens and see if people pick the top.
Paper right here, and a circle is drawn on one of the backs of the papers, and if you guess the one with the circle, you can get a free Oreo, or as many as you want.
I'll do this one.
Blue.
Okay,
Sorry.
blue. Can we ask you why you picked blue?
It's my favorite color.
Favorite color? Okay.
So we have 3 colors, and underneath one of them is a circle. If you pick the circle, you get a free cookie. If not, out of luck.
Okay. I just pick one?
Yep.
Oh, too bad.
Okay.
Can you also explain to us why you picked blue?
I don't know. I think maybe because it was closest to me and bright. It kind of looked brightest from where I was.
Okay, so we decided to switch things around a little bit again. We've noticed that people are more likely to pick the colors on the bottom. In fact, in the last 4 people, nobody's picked the top color, but everybody's picked blue quite a few times. So we're wanting to see if we put blue on top, if it'll still be a popular color, or if people will ignore it like they have the other 2 times.
Really simply, there's a circle behind one of these pieces of paper. If you guess it, you get Oreos. If not, you have red. Go ahead, each of you take a point at which one you think it is.
I think
Red.
yellow.
You think yellow, you think red.
Yeah.
Okay. So the one with the circle is red. But can you guys explain why you picked the colors you picked?
I picked yellow because he had already picked red, so I figured at least one of us would win. And I don't know, it was closer to me.
It's closer to you. You're right.
I don't know, it just stuck out more.
Stuck
than
out
the other ones.
from the rest.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, guys. Go ahead.
Okay, so we have 3 different colors, as you can see. One of them has a circle drawn on the back, and if you could pick the color with the circle, then you can get a free Oreo.
All right, so I got a third of a chance, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's go with this one.
Red?
Red.
Woo!
Nice.
Yes. Why did you pick red?
I just guessed.
Just a straight up guess?
That's it.
Red wasn't appealed to you in
Nope,
any
blue's
sort
my
of way?
favorite color.
Oh, okay.
Were you thinking
Interesting.
red? Sweet.
Okay, so we've moved things around to see if it'll be more appealing, like if people pick this one on being on the bottom instead of being on top. But we just reversed it. We'll see what happens.
I have 3 different colors of paper, as you can see. One of them will have a circle drawn on the back. If you can pick the right paper with the circle, you can get a free cookie.
I'll do yellow.
Why did you pick yellow?
Because yellow is more of a happy color, and circles have more of a happy vibe.
Like smiley faces, yeah.
Yeah, like smiley
I didn't think
faces.
about
So
That's true.
That's true.
Go ahead and take a cookie.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take
Okay,
it.
now I'm
Thanks so
okay.
much.
You're good.
Okay, so here we have 3 different colors, and underneath one of them is a circle. If you guess the one with the circle, you get a cookie. Okay. Let's go with red. explain to us why you chose red?
Well, I was about to choose blue, but then, I don't know, I just decided blue was the one closest to me, so I would choose the one further away.
Okay, so we are done with our color project on our subcontinental triggers. So first we started out with a star being drawn on the back of one of these colors, which was, it's always been the red, but when we had a star, yellow was mostly chosen because people associate yellow with stars. So we concluded that with, if you're doing a presentation on astronomy, the solar system, anything on like bright stars, go with yellow. So since that, with that we chose to change it to a circle which was drawn on the back with the same colors and the same, it was red. You can explain from there.
Yeah, so we changed it to a circle and people chose yellow less, but we still had some association. Like one guy talked about how he picked yellow again because circles and smiley faces are often correlated. So it's interesting to see that shapes and colors are really associated in people's minds. And we've also moved the colors around each time we did it. And we tried at one point like moving it up, so it was like that, and then reversing it. So it looked more like this. And it was also interesting to see, based on proxemics, what people would choose. Some people picked, blue because it was closest to them, and other times when we had it more in front, they were more likely to pick red or yellow instead of blue, which was our most popular color, which is really interesting.
So blue was our most popular color, whether it was in a line, closest to them or farthest away from them. Actually, I take that back. When it was farthest away from them, people did choose blue less, which I think is because proxemics, it was farthest away from them. But overall, blue was the most chosen, I think, because it was, one, people talked about how it was their favorite color, it was most appealing, it was calming, and they just wanted to choose blue. So if you want to do a presentation, attract a calming presence, have an appealing blue, it's most likely going to be attractive to some people. It's going to be really like a wanted color to be a visual. So a nice blue like this one will do you good in your presentation. Hey guys, we're here concluding our experiment of subconscious triggers, and what that is triggers that happen below the conscious mind that can relate to feelings and actions of a person, which ultimately leads to reactions, decisions, moods, and conflicts. So that is what we did our experiment on to help you guys improve your speeches to get the most and best reactions out of your audience.
So as she said, not only colors or proxemics or the way you talk can be persuasive, there are many subconscious triggers out there, and they are like everywhere and every day in our lives. So it is important to know that they can help us in our public speaking skills, but also they can help us in our daily lives, in our work, in school, or just in our daily lives, with dating or anything. So go ahead and learn more about them and use them to your advantage.
Yeah, so from our experiment, just to conclude, remember that these happens with colors, smell, proxemics,
the way you talk,
the amount of yeses that you get from a person before they commit to the one big question that you want to ask them. All of these things can trigger a better outcome of your speech or daily lives, whatever you're doing, like Blanca mentioned. So just keep those in mind, and as you do this, your daily lives and speeches will become better. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something, and take action to it. Kurt Mortensen is a good professor.
Take his class, it's actually really good.
Okay, so